For Peter Rogers, it's a long way from the North Antrim coast to Wexford in the far south, and some of the key moments in his life. At one time, he was regarded as an IRA hero after he escaped from the Maidstone prison ship in 1972. He continued his paramilitary activities in the Republic, and he alleges that in 1980, around the time of the first hunger strike, he was summoned to a meeting with his superior officers, Gerry Adams and Martin McGuinness, in the grounds of Trinity College, Dublin. The reason? Because he claims he was reluctant to move unstable explosives to Britain for a bombing campaign.
Gerry wanted to know what the delay was, and I told him the delay was because of the explosives, and I asked that it be replaced. And himself and Martin stood back out of earshot of me, and they had a talk, and they came back to me. Gerry says, "Look, Peter, we can't replace that explosives. You'll have to go with what you have."
Are you absolutely sure about that? Because Gerry Adams has said he was never in the IRA, and Martin McGuinness says he left the IRA in 1974. In fact, he swore an oath to that effect at the Bloody Sunday inquiry.
Well, that may be so, but I know that over the years, that there's been that many lies told in order to get to where they are at the present time of the peace process.
Peter Rogers says he has every reason to remember the alleged Trinity College meeting. A short time after it, back in Wexford, his van with the explosives was stopped by detectives. There was a gun battle, and he murdered Garda Seamus Quaid. Garda Donal Littleton was injured. Peter Rogers was initially sentenced to death, but then given a 40-year sentence for capital murder. 9 years into his sentence in Portlaoise, he left the Republican movement after writing to the Quaid family and Garda Littleton, apologising for what he had done. He was released under the terms of the Good Friday Agreement. His apologies weren't accepted. Gerry Adams and Martin McGuinness declined to be interviewed for this report, but Sinn Féin issued a statement saying there is no truth in the allegations and that Gerry Adams has already publicly refuted them. The allegations made by Peter Rogers show, as if people didn't already know in the wake of the Haas talks failure, that the past, disputed, murky and unclear, still has a capacity to raise uncomfortable issues. Shane Harrison, BBC Newsline on the North Antrim coast.